Welcome to this section on rapport. So rapport is an amazing part of NLP. It's a really fantastic, brilliant tool that you can use. So why would it be useful to learn how to build rapport? Well, the thing is, we build rapport naturally with people we like, and we do this naturally. It's a natural process. So when we like someone, it's usually because they're like us. So when we're around someone who we naturally like, we do all this stuff automatically. But as you know, there are sometimes, especially at work, that you have to deal with people who you don't necessarily like. So, this is a really, really good way for you to build rapport with people you just don't have that natural click with, or you feel like you don't have natural rapport with. Now this is really, really good in sales, in therapy, because people like people who are like them. So people are more likely to buy from someone who they think are like them. So what rapport is it's a process and something that you can do to build a deep rapport with someone. And there are things you can do. So most of our communication, believe it or not, is physiology. So it's our body language. So there was a study done which showed us that 55% of our communication is physiology. So this is your body language, the gestures, your postures, your facial expressions, your breathing. And then 38% is the tonality of your voice, so the tone of voice, and only 7% of the words. So this is, really, really powerful information. So because we know this, we know what we need to match and mirror in order to build rapport. So in order to build rapport, what we can do is we can match the person's posture, we can match their gestures, we can match their breathing, and people are usually breathing out when they're speaking, and breathing in, in between, speaking. So facial expressions, blinking, postures. And the other thing we can match is the voice, so the voice tone, the voice tempo, so the speed of the voice quality, and how loud the voice is. You know yourself, if you're in a really relaxing mood and someone comes in shouting, it's really annoying, isn't it? So, it's about, especially with telesales, if you're on the phone, if you can, bring your voice down to be very, very slow like the person on the phone, or very loud if it's loud and they're loud, you can build rapport a lot more quickly and easily by matching and mirroring these things. So the main thing is physiology. So if you're with someone, in front of someone, if they do something with their hands, you can copy that. Or if they lean towards you or you lean towards them. If they're sat in a certain position, you'd move yourself into that position. So, rapport is amazing. It really, really, really works. And so, some person, you know when you've got built rapport, because the person will start to, you'll start to lead the communication with your body language. So you'll know you're in rapport. It can take sometimes a couple of minutes, sometimes it can take longer if you're really different to the person. But you'll just get this feeling, and they may say something to you like, oh, I feel like I know you from somewhere, I feel like we've met before, or something like that. Or you can just get a feeling that you're in rapport. And the way to test it is for you to make, so say for example, if you've been in rapport, you've been sat here, you've matched and mirrored them, so they've moved forward and then you've moved forward, and then you've brought your tone of voice down to the same voice as of theirs, and the tempo is the same. So they're speaking really fast and quick, then you do the same, and you're like, yeah, this is amazing, let me tell you about this. If they're not like that, and they're quite a heavy, slow speaker, and they like to take the time with the words that they say, you can do the same, and this person's going to feel like you really, really understand them then. And another thing that you can match and mirror as well, is that, you know, the key words they say. So you, as you know, people might use buzzwords or words that are common in their corporation. So, you know, you might use these words as well, but the main ones are posture and voice tone. So yeah, so these are all things that you can match and mirror, and they're great when selling, because people like people who are like them, people trust people who are like them, people like to buy from people they trust, or they have good rapport with people who they trust. So it's really, really important to master this, because there are always going to be people who you find it difficult to communicate with, and you can use this process then to gain rapport from that person. And, you know, this will help you to sell to them, to get them on your side, for them to understand you, and for you to understand them as well. So, and also in relationships, you know, sometimes we go to our partner, for example, and, you know, our body language may be really aggressive, and what we're saying, we may say, oh, well, I only said this, but the tone, it's, you know, 40% almost is the tone, and the body language is 55%. So, you know, you really have, if you want to speak to your partner and you want to get an outcome, you know, you want to build rapport with them. If you want them to understand you, build rapport with them, going in and, you know, just being very aggressive, or, you know, your tone of voice being a certain way, you know, it's not going to get the result that you want. So it's important to master these things, because they can help you have better relationships. You know, mastering these things can help you have better relationships at work, because our life is our relationships. You know, so we have to develop this communication and become good at this stuff, and bring it into the consciousness and practice it. And you'll see people naturally doing it. If you could watch two people talking outside a pub, for example, and they'll be both naturally doing this, the ones who like each other. And you'll see when people are angry, because they'll consciously try and mismatch someone, and you can use it in that respect as well. Like, for example, if someone's speaking to you you really don't want to speak to, you can mismatch them. So it's so yeah, rapport is all about matching and mirroring the person. So matching and mirroring the person, matching and mirroring their body language, their gestures, the tone of voice, and using these to gain agreement. So that's what it's for, it's to gain agreement. So I really hope that helps. Do read through this, master it, practice it, make it part of your life. You'll become even more charismatic and likable, and you'll understand other people better, and they will understand you better as well. And what you are wanting to say, you will be heard a lot more clearly and accepted uncritically by the person you're communicating with. So your partner will accept uncritically what you're saying if you build this rapport first before you say what you're going to say. And, you know, it takes longer to build rapport, but it's worth it, and it avoids a lot of conflict. So go out there, use this stuff, practice it, make it part of your life, and see how it transforms your relationships. And you're also, you know, a lot of people, sales staff, have been taught this technique, and their sales go through the roof. It's really, really powerful in selling. So, you know, we're all in selling, really. We're all selling something, whether it's an idea, you know, a service. So use rapport. People, it's easy not to remember about rapport, that this is a skill, you know, but you have to understand that people, you know, want to feel understood. They want to feel yeah, like you understand them. And so do have a look through all of the things that you can match and mirror, and enjoy the process. See you soon. Bye.